Welcome. My name is Glenn Simulapo. I'll be doing a strategic analysis of Khula app B2 Ltd. Khula app is a brainchild of Mehdi Papa, Catrice Chintolo, and Jackson Durham. The company was founded in the year 2015, but formally registered in November 2016. Its headquarters are in Sandton. The platform connects emerging farmers with the formal market suppliers and financial services. Think of it as the Amazon designed specifically for South African markets. We'll analyze the venture from the period of 2016 till 2028. Capturing the genesis, the pivots, and the positioning and the business model they've adopted. The basic idea of the platform, as said before, it's connecting the emerging farmers to the farmer markets, and they offer the supplementary services that is connecting the same farmer to the suppliers and the financial services. The business is equivalent to Amazon and Takealot in South Africa. Our analysis will be based on secondary data, which is from the company website and the general internet. We will presume that the co-founders, they retain an 60% equity of the business. We'll be using the TMOS models to actually evaluate the business. The TMOS models looks around three themes: the opportunity, the team, and the resources. It's requiring for the balance and alignment of these three for the venture to be successful. We'll begin with the team analysis. The current team analysis is the board of directors consists of Mehdi Papa, Caradis Chidolo, and Quentin Cross. The board of directors is an essential part which is recommended by the King 4 report on corporate governance. The current management includes is the CEO, the CPO, the CTO, and COO, of which it's a very diverse team. And the strength of the team is they share the strength of the team is they share the diversity of perspective, opinion, and background, perhaps even thought. The weakness is that there is no CFO designated at the current structure. What is not visible is the CFO usually creates a gap between the finance, creates a gap between the finance. Oh my gosh, creates a gap between the finance and the investors. So he actually lead the financial structure of the business. On the opportunity theme, what we need to note is that Khula app currently has a monopoly over the small farmers platform. The opportunity is tested, tried, and currently working in favor of Khula app. Khula app offers three platforms currently on it. It offers the inputs platform. The input is a marketplace for all farmers to access agricultural inputs directly from local and international suppliers. These inputs are products which are used to actually farm for like seedings and feeds. The Trader app helps the same farmer and bulk buyers commercialize their operations. What it basically does is now that you've finished farming, where are you selling your apps? That's what happens. The weakness in the trade farmer is that the farmers are not coached on pricing, which leaves them vulnerable and susceptible to bad practices and losses if they don't price accurately. The dashboards helps farmers get funding and build reports acceptable by the industry. The industry, I mean the financial industry and other industries which requires reports. The weakness is this could be best paired with a business mentor or a coach on how to make it profitable, not just how to get funding, then still make a loss. The opportunity in terms of numbers is, if you look at it, is that they've got 10,000 hectares, which is marketed on Khula app. They've got over 20,000 farmers who are presentable on the app. They have funders who are credible farmers who are credible and willing to help them and assist them in the industry. If you actually look at it, they say 5 out of 10 of the global agricultural companies use Khula app, which means they don't actually struggle a lot when looking for resources. If you look at the inputs, they have 172 distribution points where it actually allows them to actually get the resources they want and the proper seeds that they need. On the resource analysis thing, they have the people's on the people resources because you have talent and expertise such as Quentin Cross, who is actually experienced in the agri sectors. You have agri experts who are sitting in different positions, and you have technological skills, which is actually led by Jackson, which is actually creating a platform that actually works and is viable and is created locally in South Africa. In the year 2025, they raised funds of 126 million through their partners. They have actually sacrificed some of the equity. I believe that amounts to at least 40% of their equity. In this, they've raised sufficient money for them to actually run operations and even expansions. If you look at the in this resource, we can also just dissect the financial. On the non-financial aspect of it is the partnership that they're running are actually giving them the non-financial assets and resources as well. Because if you look at the AECI deal partnership that they're having, it's actually giving them access to the networks that AECI actually has, which allows them to actually have the top 5 out of the 10 global distributors using Khula app. If you look at the Upside initiative, they're actually giving them platform to say this is the market and giving them leads on who's credit worthy and how they can actually engage with them. So in here, they actually attain resources which are not as strategic, but not theirs. You also have to look at the resources. They are operating a 24-hour app. In this, it means they must have cloud computing servers and computer resources to actually have backups. And they seem to be doing that very good. So in that alone, they do have that. Based on that, they also retain a very big IP and data insights and unique user insights, which are available to the market and are tradable at a price. It seems they have adopted a strategy to where they do not have to outsource or to use other people's resources, which allows them to run a very lean operation with less than 50 people in their company. This actually allows them to maximize profit and money. So in conclusion, I would say the Timon's model for Khula app is mostly balanced but not perfectly aligned. The remaining challenge is to improve the financial leadership visibility and farmer support to create a stronger fit between all three elements. On the last theme, I will look at risk management and conclusion. Khula app like Amazon has a data and user insights on demand and supply of the farming community in South Africa. Where they face a dilemma of participating in a market that they know how much to charge. They could be a competitor to their own customers, similarly to Amazon competing with its own other suppliers in the same platform that they're in. Or they could just sit and be a spectator and allow them to be an enabler of the market. Secondly, they face a risk of being too dependent on external funding if they do not recover enough funds from the transaction. As a marketing strategy, 1 to 4% on fees seems to make sense. However, it does not reflect the effort Khula app puts towards the transaction. It's rather an outlier which they might struggle to correct later. If you look at the aggregate transaction fee cost that they talk about is 14%. So I would recommend that they move their rate to a standard 6%, so they can recover and grow their own monies. Finally, I would recommend that Khula app needs to plan to nature and mentor their own flagship of farmers whom they support and guiding into farming by turning the wave of unemployment in their favors. This could yield long-term participants who are loyal and form the backbone of their customer base. What I would also propose as a recommendation or propose that they develop part of their partnership to develop with the insurance company to actually give insurance product to their clients. This would allow them the similar advantage like insurance product. Their customers could benefit from an insurance cover. And I think they are currently influencing the market commodity. Thank you very much for your time.